Hey everybody, it's Sarah Fraser, Senior Sales Director from Wilmington, North Carolina, coming to you to talk to you about the close tonight. I think that this is such an important part and such an important skill of our Mary Kay business. Sometimes we talk about how we want to own certain skills in our business. I think this is such an important aspect of our business because when we're not confident in something, it comes out to other people, okay? And so if this is a certain skill in your business right now that you're not super confident in, then it could be why your sales might even be potentially a little bit lower. And obviously you came into this business to make some money, so we want to teach you how to increase those sales. So tonight is all about the close. I'm going to be talking about the individual close, and I'm also going to be talking about a table close and also the difference between closing with a one-on-one person and then also closing at like a party. So I'm excited. I hope you got your notebook out and you're ready to take some notes. These family Google training hangouts are such a wise investment of your time. I just want to tell you they are such a wise investment of your time because you could be doing anything. You could be downstairs watching Netflix. You could be, if you have it downstairs, you could be downstairs watching Netflix. You could be doing anything, but instead you're choosing to invest your time. And so I'm going to keep this short and sweet for you guys. So we're going to jump right in. So as I talked about, you need to have certain things in your business that you own, that you just feel super confident in, and your close has to be one of them. So the very first thing that you got to do is you've got to pick out a closing sheet. If you don't know what a closing sheet is, what that essentially is it takes the place of a lookbook at your parties. Lookbooks totally kill the sales at your parties. Totally kill it because they have just tried all this amazing skincare and then they open up the catalog and they flip to the back and their friend's getting a lipstick, and next thing you're like, oh, well, if you're getting a lipstick, maybe I'll get a lipstick. And then you just totally lost your skincare set sale. And you know, you guys, the lifeblood of our business is our skincare because that is the thing that reorders. So my priority when I go into an appointment is I want to do one of three things, but hopefully all of them, okay? Number one, I want to sell them some basic skincare. I don't care necessarily if they get on the whole big shebang. I don't care if they get on everything, but I want to get them on basic skincare. The second thing I want to do is I want to get some referrals. And the third thing I want to do is book a second appointment. And those are my focuses when I go in. Yes, I'm going in to bless this woman. Yes, I'm going in to hopefully make her day, and hopefully she has such a great time and she loves her skin. But as a consultant, as part of my job description in my mind, that's like my mental checklist of what I need to go in and do. But first, you've got to pick a closing sheet that works for you, okay? A closing sheet is going to show all of the products that you tried during the appointment or that she tried during the appointment. So it's not going to show her everything that Mary Kay has. I know that us as consultants, we're like, oh my gosh, but we've got so many amazing products and we want to show them everything. But ultimately, let's talk about those basic products first. So a closing sheet is essentially just going to boil it down to what you actually tried. And here's the thing, you guys, there are so many different closing set sheets out there. And the reason I'm not going to say, hey, I want you to use mine, or hey, I want you to use Jordan's, or hey, I want you to use Kelly's. The reason I'm not going to do that is because I know a ton of different sales directors that use a ton of different closing sheets and they are still successful. And here's the common thread though that I find between the women that are using the closing sheets and that are successful. They're excited about it and they are clear on it. They are not confused. They're not like, oh, well, there's this one and it's kind of cute and I use it sometimes, and this one and it's kind of cute and I use it sometimes. No, they are so sold out on their set sheet because it gets them excited. And when it gets them excited, it's going to get one of their customers excited too. Example, Courtney Howe, one of Kelly Brock's other offspring sales directors, she came down to visit me. We went and did a facial party together. And I said, hey, what set sheet do you use? Because you guys, even as sales directors, we get confused sometimes and we think we've got to switch things up. And I said, what set sheet do you use? And she said, oh, I just use the, pink printing placemat. And I was like, really? Because that one for me hasn't been as effective. And so I was like, really? You use that one? She was like, oh my gosh, every time. And I love it. And I sell a lot with it. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I should do it. And so I did. And you guys, I think it's so cute, but it doesn't make me excited. And so you've got to know what excites you. Courtney loves it and it works great for her. And so guess what? She doesn't need to change. She needs to keep using it. So for me, I had to find something super, super simple. I personally think that women love three options. Okay. And when they see three options, they're going to most often, what are they going to do? Choose the one in the middle. Okay. So they're not going to choose the high, high one. They're not going to choose the low, low one, but they're going to choose the one right smack dab in the middle as a majority. Not that some women won't choose everything and some women won't choose the basic, but most women are going to fall right there in the middle. And that's the price point that I really, really am looking to get my customers at per face. So on my specific set sheet, I'm going to give you my results from literally just using it today. I had an appointment right at 1 p.m. today, and I was supposed to be a double facial, turned into just a solo facial. The other girl couldn't come. because it was raining outside. So she couldn't come, but the one other girl came, and my sale was $224.60, and I sold it all off the set sheet. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. So I came out with my customer, and this was a one-on-one facial. Okay, so this wasn't at a big party, which I think sometimes in people's head can be a little bit more awkward because we're like, oh, it's just one-on-one. Like, how do I do that? So this is what I did. I literally told her as soon as she came in, I said, hey, I'm so excited that you're here, did my whole spiel. And I said, by the way, I just want to tell you, I said, you're under no obligation to purchase anything today. I truly hope that you have a great time and that you really enjoy this. And I hope your skin feels great. If we did that, then I've done my job. And I said, obviously, if you love something, I'd love to help you take it home. And that's what I told her. So I just totally took the pressure off. So I wasn't even worried about making her a sale. And she knew that too. And so I just, told her what I was there to do, was there to make her feel good. And so she was like, okay, great. And so we did the whole thing. And so then as we got done, I asked her, I said, okay, so how'd you like that? Was it fun? And she was like, oh my gosh, so much fun. I loved it. I said, okay, awesome. How does your face feel? And she went like this, right? And she was like, oh, it feels so good. And she did that because I did it. You probably just did it too, watching me, right? Like I went like this, and then you probably went like this, and we're all feeling our face. So we want to imitate what we want her to do. So if I'm excited, I'm like, oh my gosh, did you have so much fun? Like, are you going to tell somebody that's going, oh my gosh, did you have so much fun? No, I hated it. No, of course you are. You're going to be like, yeah, I totally did. And I say, oh my gosh, how does your skin feel? You go, oh my gosh, it feels so good. It feels so soft. Oh, I love it. I love it. I say, did you have any other questions that you had that like we didn't cover today, or any other products that you were looking, to see? And she's like, no, I think you did a really good job. I think that you answered it. I say, okay, awesome. So let me show you my different specials. Do you want to see my specials? Who doesn't want to see a special, right? This is all a part of the close. So even though it sounds just like a conversation, it's a part of closing the sale. So I'm making sure she's loving what she tried. And so then what I actually do is actually physically show her the product. So I don't just pull out a sheet, I physically show her the product. And I say, okay, so this is the first thing that we try to do. And I walk her through it, and I kind of show her a little set. I say, this is actually what we call the basic set. And when you purchase the basic set, you're going to get, such and such eyeshadow for free. Okay. So she's like, awesome, because I do the gift with purchase thing. So basically, if you buy the basic set, you get a gift with purchase. If you buy the miracle set, you get a gift with purchase. If you buy the ultimate miracle set, you get a gift with purchase. They increase over time. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Like, that's it. I'm super simple with it. Okay. So I tell her all that. And that's before I even tell her prices. Okay. I just kind of show them to her. I just show her the different sets so she can just see the products. So she's not even really looking at the prices right now. She's just saying like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, I remember trying that. Like, yeah, I like that. That seems like good, whatever. And then I say, okay, let me show you my specials. And then I pull out my set sheet and I hand it to her. I will post this for you if you like. This is not original with me. This is from sales director Bethany Beninati, and it is courtesy of a method of closing from Jordan Eicher. So just a few contributors there to this. But anyway, so then I show her the set sheet. I say, okay, awesome. So these are my specials tonight. And then I lay it down and I show her. Okay. And so then she kind of looks through and she's looking at everything. And then I just sit there. And do you know what I do? Nothing. I don't say a thing. I say nothing. Write that down on your paper. Say nothing. Don't speak. Don't talk. Be silent. Whatever you need to do. We have this habit of wanting to fill in the spaces because we feel awkward. So we start going, so da, 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 and we just start talking to her, and she's like trying to think. Okay. So you just kind of sit there for a second and say, these are my specials. So she's kind of looking and stuff and say, okay, awesome. So out of everything that you tried today, which set did you want to splurge on? And then I didn't say anything again. Completely like didn't say a thing. Okay. And then so she's kind of looking, and she initially started by saying that she wanted the night solution and she wanted the CC cream. Those were the two things that she said she wanted. Okay, this is before she saw a set sheet. I said, oh, let me show you my specials first. And she goes, oh, okay, yeah, show me your specials. So then I pulled them out. So then when she looked at prices of everything, and then she was able to look at everything, she's like, I really want it all. And I was like, okay, let's talk about that. And so then I went through, showed her the Ultimate Miracle Set, pulled that all out. And I said, that sounds great. I said, I think that you're going to be really, really happy with that option. And she was like, okay, great. Sounds great. Now, again, that doesn't always happen. Most of the time they choose the middle one. But you guys, because I allowed her the freedom that it was in her hands, her control, she didn't feel awkward about it. She didn't feel weird about it. She was like, okay, sounds great. That's what I want. And I said, okay, great. And then I went upstairs. I got her all her products, and I brought them all down to her and set them right in front of her. In her sale, the reason it ended up being a little bit more actually is because she upped from the microdermabrasion to the facial peel. So we added on a couple bucks for that. So then we were able to get her all of her products today, and she's super excited about it. So then the next part of the close does not stop there. The next thing that I want to do is I want to book her for a follow-up appointment because she just bought all the skincare. I want to make sure she likes it in a couple weeks. And so I said, okay, I'm so excited for you getting all of these products. I actually have a little cheat sheet here. I'm going to show you guys too. But I said, okay, so, I'm so excited that you're getting all these products. As I told you a little bit earlier, we do all things Mary Kay in 2 appointments. I said your first appointment, today was really your skincare consultation. That's what I'm excited to get you started on. But at your second appointment, we have an option. We can either do some color or we can do more skincare if you're really into the skincare stuff that we did today. And at this point, she actually told me, she said, well, I'm going to be honest with you. She said that she's a bartender and she doesn't have good scheduling. And so she's going to have to wait a couple weeks until she gets her schedule. And so I said, okay, would you like to go ahead and put down a tentative appointment? I didn't stop there. I asked her if she wanted to put down a tentative appointment. And she said, no, that she didn't right now. And I said, okay. I said, well, how about this? I said, can I follow up with you in 2 weeks, check in on your skincare, and then at that point, we'll reevaluate for that second appointment. And she said, yes. You guys, that is not ideal, but I'm telling you that because it does happen. I made a great sale today, but I didn't book that follow-up appointment. And that was the thing that I actually went to the appointment intending to do. I wanted to book that second follow-up appointment. I do think she will book with me. I truly think that her schedule is just a little bit tough being a bartender, but I just wanted to share that with you guys because I think that, that is a real scenario. So then at this point, I'm going to show you guys as well. I have this little sheet here. It's called How to Do an Individual Close. This is not original to me either. This is from Dawn Barton. You guys, let's rather repeat. Use what other people use. Do not invent for yourself. There is no need. But I have this sheet we can also post for you guys as well. And this just literally walks you straight through the questions of what to ask for that close. Okay, did you have a good time? How did your face feel? What questions do you have? What set do you want to splurge on? Follow up with, what else would you like to take home if there was anything else they wanted to take home for their second appointment? Do they want to try more skincare or do they want to do a color makeover? When would be best? Most girls share their appointment with some friends. Should we see which one of these girls can join us by holding up the referral sheet and talk about how she can earn free products? And then if she doesn't order the starter kit, you can also say there's just one more thing. I have been asked to have 5 girls watch a Mary Kay video, doing a quick sharing call and giving me their opinion. Would you be one of my 5? I'll give you a free gift for saying yes. So all of this is typed out for you. Literally, you can just follow along and it's going to walk you straight through how to do that. So now you're probably wondering, okay, well, that sounds great for an individual facial, but what happens when you're at a big table? It's actually the exact same thing, except for you've got to create the individual consultation scenario. Okay, so you're going to do the table close the exact same as you do with the individual person, except for the difference might be with the individual, you're sitting down with them, whereas with the party, you're standing up and placing the products there in front of them. They say that 70% of the sale is ownership, okay? 70 to 80% of the sale is ownership. And what that means is the person actually being able to physically touch the product, feeling like they're theirs, okay? Like they already own the product, so they don't want it taken away from them. And so some people, they even bring in the roll-up bags full of products, set them in front of everyone, and have people look through the roll-up bag to, go ahead and feel what it would feel like to be their own roll-up bag. And then they bring it over with them to the close, and then they don't want to let go of the roll-up bag, and all the products are prepared and packaged for them. So you might be thinking, okay, Sarah, well, that sounds like a really great idea too. What would I put in the roll-up bag? You're going to put in the roll-up bag exactly what you had on your closing sheet. The most important thing that I can tell you is that, number one, you got to know which closing sheet you're going to use. Number two, you've got to know it like the back of your hand. I can tell you everything on this closing sheet without even looking at it. Literally, if we quiz me right now, I can tell you everything in every category. I know how much they cost. I know what products are on here, the whole 9 yards, because I want to be confident in this, because confidence comes out in the sale. If I'm not sure how I take payment, what payment options I have, then I'm going to cause confusion for them. If I'm not sure what I'm selling and what the prices are on it, I'm going to create confusion for them. Does that make sense? So you being confident in it is going to come out to them, and it's going to come out through your presentation. And the biggest tips and pointers that I have is just to remember to not fill in all the space with talking. Allow them to think. And if they decide that they don't want to take something home, explore that a little bit. They truly, purchasing is such a personal decision. You may not know, like, do they get payday on Friday or something like that? So sometimes what I do in that situation is I step back and I say, okay, awesome. Well, I really do appreciate you coming today. And I know that you did really love that night solution. So I want to give you a chance that you can earn that for free or at least at a discount. Is that something you'd be interested in? And they're like, well, yeah, I did love the night solution. I just can't afford it right now because payday's coming up. Oh, payday's this Friday? Well, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I do have a payment plan where I can take half now and half on payday. They might take that option. Or you could say, well, if you'd love to earn it for free, if you'll have 3 friends join you at your follow-up appointment, I can give you that product for free. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're making it work for them, but the reason you're able to do that is because you're so super confident in what you do. So here's my homework for you, okay? I am going to give this little sheet to your sales director so they can get this to you. You just need to ask your sales director. I'm also going to send out this closing sheet so you can get that from your sales director if you have any questions on that as well. Again, you do not need to use my closing sheet if it does not excite you. Well, it's not mine, it's Bethany's, but you don't need to use it if it doesn't excite you. You need to find one that you love and that you as a customer, you'll be really excited about and very clear on. Does this make sense? Something you're excited about, you're clear on. But then once you get it, what you're going to do is you're going to actually practice doing this, okay, with whoever lives in your home. And if you live by yourself, you're going to find a friend, phone a friend. You're going to Google Hangout them. You're going to get on the phone with them, and you're going to walk them through this close over and over and over until it becomes so second nature to you that you just know what to do and you are confident about it, okay? This is a skill you've got to possess in your business, you guys. And at the party, the big difference is that, you're doing the table close, but then you've got to get them over there to do that individual close. And I had somebody tell me the other day, I totally see how I lost money because I didn't get a chance to do an individual close with them. Well, the absolute best advice I have for you on that is this. After you have done the table close, the individual close station, did you hear me? Individual close station needs to already be set up. Okay, it needs to already be set up. It needs to be sitting over there ready to go, because that way it doesn't seem weird that you're saying, hey, we're actually going to go over here and check out. I've got everything set up. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't say, hey, would you mind coming over with me one-on-one to sit over here? That's creepy. Okay, we're not being creepy. Instead, we're just saying, hey, I've got everything set up over here. Would you come over here and check out with me? Whatever you want to say. Or just, hey, I've got everything set up over here. So we're going to close out over here. I've got a free gift for you. Whatever you want to do. I give little goodie bags to my people when they come to my appointments. And so that's a perfect place to put it. I've actually put the goodie bags over there at the individual close station. So I say, I've got your goodie bag over here. If you'll just come over here and join me. Whoever needs to leave first, if you want to go ahead and join me over here. I bring them over to my station, then I'm able to sit down and walk them straight through that close. The exact same thing there. And the person that you want to take over with you is the person that's the most excited, because that's the person that's most likely going to buy the most, or is going to sign up. And that way everybody else sees what she got, because believe me, it happens. They're walking back to the table and they're like, oh, what'd you get? Oh, what'd you get? And the next thing you know, they're getting that too. So anyways, this is just a few quick tips for you on closing the sale. I hope this was helpful to you. I was looking up some research earlier on closing, and it's so interesting because I think sometimes we have this idea in our mind. It's like, oh my goodness, this is what we do in Mary Kay. We have to close sales. But you guys, this is in any business. You have to close any type of deal in any type of business. So we are not immune and we are not different to this process. We are not unique to this process. This is something that a lot of businesses do. It's just a skill that a lot of people have been unwilling to possess and to learn how to own in their business where they feel confident enough to do it. But I believe in you and I know you can do it. And so I want you to practice this week on closing that sale, so at your next appointment, you are even more prepared to close that next sale. You can do it. I believe in you.